An unexpected bombshell just dropped, and it's coming straight from one of the game's most recognizable figures. In a moment that caught everyone off guard, Kenley Jansen revealed something so surprising it's left fans, analysts, and even former teammates scrambling for answers. Was this a personal confession, a career-altering decision, or a glimpse into behind-the-scenes truths no one saw coming? Whatever it is, the impact is immediate, and the ripple effects could be massive. This isn't just another headline, it's a revelation that could change how people view his past, present, and future. Stay tuned, because the full weight of this moment is only beginning to sink in. My God, Dodgers fans, is this really happening? Kenley Jansen, one of the most dominant closers in Los Angeles Dodgers history, just made a revelation that absolutely nobody saw coming, and it has left the baseball world buzzing. This isn't your usual throwaway post-game comment, or a polite nod to the past. This is a statement that cuts deep, stirs up emotions, and might even change the way fans look at his time with the team. If you've been following Jansen's career, you know he's not someone who speaks out just for attention. When Kenley talks, you listen, and what he just revealed about his career, his feelings toward the Dodgers, and his future in baseball is nothing short of jaw-dropping. And yes, this is coming from a man who was once at the very center of this team's championship hopes. Let's rewind for a moment. Kenley Jansen, the big right-hander with that lethal cutter, spent over a decade wearing Dodger blue. He racked up save after save, anchored the bullpen through playoff runs, and stood on the mound in the most pressure-packed moments you can imagine. Fans cheered his dominance, feared his rare struggles, and watched as he became the franchise's all-time saves leader. He was a constant presence during the Dodgers' rise back to being one of baseball's powerhouse teams. Yet, as with so many stories in sports, his departure was bittersweet. The Dodgers made the difficult decision to move on, and Jansen signed elsewhere, leaving fans wondering if the relationship had truly ended on good terms. Well, now we have some answers, and they're even more intriguing than anyone imagined. In a recent interview, Kenley opened up in a way that was raw, emotional, and downright unexpected. For years, speculation swirled about how he felt when the Dodgers decided not to bring him back. Some thought there might be resentment, others assumed he had moved on completely. But Jansen admitted that the day he realized he wouldn't be returning to Los Angeles was one of the most emotional days of his career. He said he felt like a huge part of his identity had been taken away in that moment. Imagine that, a man who gave everything to this franchise, suddenly facing a future without the team that made him a household name. But here's where it gets even more shocking. Jansen didn't just stop at talking about the past. He went on to reveal that, despite everything, he still feels a deep bond with the Dodgers and their fans, so deep, in fact, that he admitted he has thought about wearing Dodger blue one more time before hanging up his cleats. Yes, you heard that right. Kenley Jansen, currently playing elsewhere, openly admitted that he would love the opportunity to finish his career where it all began. It's the kind of confession that sends shivers down the spine of longtime fans and immediately sparks conversations about what it would mean for the Dodgers to bring him back. Of course, this isn't just about nostalgia. Jansen also talked about his current form and his belief that he's still capable of pitching at an elite level. And the numbers back him up. He's still recording saves, still making hitters look foolish with that wicked cutter, and still showing the kind of poise that made him one of the most feared closers in the game. The man isn't asking for a farewell tour, he's saying he's still got gas in the tank and can help a contender win. And when you think about the Dodgers' current bullpen situation, with injuries and inconsistencies creeping in, you can't help but wonder if this might actually make sense. What's even more impressive is how Jansen handled the subject of the Dodgers' 2020 World Series run. Instead of focusing on himself, he praised his teammates, credited the organization for building a championship roster, and even went as far as to call that season one of the most special experiences of his life. He didn't dodge the tough questions either. When asked about the criticism he sometimes faced during his final years in LA, Jansen acknowledged it but said it only made him stronger. He admitted that there were moments where he struggled, moments when the fans' frustration hurt, but he never let it break him. That honesty, that willingness to say, yes, it was hard, but I'm still here, is part of what makes this revelation so powerful. And then came the most surprising part of all. Jansen hinted that there were talks, informal, quiet, behind-the-scenes conversations about a possible return to Los Angeles before the last trade deadline. Can you imagine the chaos if that had actually happened? The thought of Kenley jogging out of the bullpen at Dodger Stadium again, the crowd rising to their feet, the music blaring, it's almost too perfect. While he stopped short of saying it was close to happening, the fact that there were even whispers is enough to make you believe it's not just some far-off fantasy. This isn't the first time we've seen a beloved Dodgers player return after years away, but Jansen's case feels different. He's not just another piece of the team's history, he's a symbol of an entire era. His name is etched in the record books, his performances are part of countless highlight reels, and his story is intertwined with the rise of the modern Dodgers dynasty. Bringing him back wouldn't just be a baseball move, it would be an emotional moment for the fanbase, a bridge between past glory and present ambition. Of course, there are practical questions. Would the Dodgers front office, known for making decisions with cold, calculated logic, actually take the risk? Would Jansen accept a role that might be different from the one he once had? Could he handle sharing the closer's job, or even transitioning into more of a mentor role for younger arms? Jansen seemed open to the idea, saying he's learned over the years that it's not always about personal glory, it's about winning. That, more than anything, might make him an even more valuable piece now than before. The reaction from fans since this revelation has been electric. Social media has lit up with posts from people begging the Dodgers to make it happen, sharing old photos of Kenley's iconic save celebrations, and debating how it could all fit into the current roster. Some fans are cautious, pointing out that baseball is a what have you done for me lately sport, and that sentimentality can't override performance. But others see this as a rare chance to give a franchise legend the ending he deserves. And as for Jansen himself, he says he's at peace with whatever happens, but you can tell there's a spark there, that hope, that dream of running out to the mound in Dodger Stadium just one more time. It's not just about him, it's about the fans who have been with him through the highs and lows, the ones who cheered his biggest saves and stuck around during the tough stretches. It's about a connection that goes beyond stats and contracts. This story isn't over yet. With the Dodgers always looking for ways to improve and with Jansen still proving he can get the job done, the possibility is very real. Baseball has a funny way of bringing people back together, of creating storylines you couldn't script any better. Maybe this is one of them. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see Kenley Jansen back where he belongs, closing out games in October for the Dodgers. Until then, we'll keep watching, keep hoping, and keep remembering why he's still one of the most beloved figures in recent team history. So, Dodgers fans, buckle up, because if this revelation is any indication, the Kenley Jansen story in Los Angeles might not be finished after all. And wouldn't that be something? If you love this kind of inside baseball news and want to be the first to know when these stories break, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because you're not going to want to miss what happens next in this incredible journey.